Jesus talks about a mustard seed, which is seed so tiny, but if you plant it, it will grow into a huge tree so big that birds can nest in its branches. Jesus told his disciples that if they had faith that was even as big as that tiny mustard seed, they could move mountains. What Jesus was trying to tell us is that we shouldn't be afraid to do big things with just a tiny start. Because if God blesses that, he will help that tiny start grow and grow and grow. Now, one example of this is the Lesedi School, which is a school that's in the Kalahari Desert in Zimbabwe, which is a country in Africa, far, far away from us. The people there get their living by planting a small vegetable garden and by raising a few cattle, which they do hope that the lions there won't carry off. Well, several years ago, there were no schools there, and all the children stayed home all day and did chores for their parents. Now, Benson is the name of an African guide who takes tourists around to see his native country of Zimbabwe. He was unhappy when he saw all those children sitting at home, and he determined to do something about it. His tiny idea was that he would start a school right there so that the children could come and learn. He didn't have a building, so he took a sheet of metal and propped it up on 2 tree stumps. And that's how the school started. And 3 or 4 pre-kindergarten children came to learn. Now, Benson has a friend who lives in England. Her name is Fiona. When he told her of his dream for a school, she said she would help and find people who might give money to help build a real school building. And so they began. They built that school building, and each year they add a class, so that now in 2020, they have a school that goes from pre-kindergarten right up through grade 6. And you know what? More than 200 children go to school there. Now, the parents don't have any money to pay for the school, or its teachers, or the 2 meals that the children have each day. And certainly their government doesn't give them any help. But there are people in England and in the United States who have heard about the Lesedi School, and they send money to keep the Lesedi School going. And that's where we come in. We at Water of Life Church know that Jesus wants us to help others who are in need. So we sponsor 2 children who attend the Lesedi School. It's a little boy named Leslie and a little girl named Trish. We give $300 a year for each child, and for a whole year for that amount, they get a good education. They get uniforms so they have something to wear to school. They get 2 meals a day and sports equipment too. Oh, they love to play soccer and badminton. That's their very favorites. These are their pictures. Isn't it great to know that we can be part of helping them to go to school, to learn, and live happy lives? Benson's tiny mustard seed of an idea has been blessed by God and has grown into a wonderful school for more than 200 children. Let's share a prayer. Dear God, thank you for your never stopping, never giving up, unbreaking, always and forever love. Thank you for showing us how we can help our neighbors, even though they live as far away as Africa.